Yeah, like in trains and train stations, nobody's like yelling or talking loud. Like in the US, everybody's talking to everybody really loud.
The only issue I'd say is that the level of English is not very good.
I find that really hard. We have 2 children, understanding what we can buy to cook and things, that's really different.
A few funny things we bought that we shouldn't have, but
Good day, how's it going? 皆さんどうもこんにちは、TOYAです。今回は東京に住む外国人の方に東京のイメージを聞いてみた。はい、ということでね、やっていきたいんですけど、今日の面白いコメントいってみましょうか。男ちっさ。あの動画に関しては本当にね、スタイルの格差がすごい。すっごい女の人がすっごいスタイル良かった。どうしよう、なんかシークレットブーツでも履こうかな。はい、ということでやっていきたいんですけど、今回は前回の動画の続き、東京編第2弾ということで、今回は東京に住む外国人の方に東京についてのイメージっていうのをちょっと聞いてきたんですよね。前回の動画とかでもお話ししましたけども、東京って本当にすごい、もう世界的にも大都市なんで、今現在東京に住んでる外国人の方が、以前ですね、以前東京に来る前に持ってたイメージと、実際に今住んでみて、今持ってるイメージってちょっと違うと思うんですよね。実際に行ってみないとわからないこととかもあると思いますし、逆に来てみてからそんな感じなんやみたいになることもあると思うんですよ。ということで実際に東京に住んでる外国人の方にしか聞けないような質問、インタビューっていうのをやってきたので、今回も最後まで見ていただけたらなと思います。Okay, let's get into it.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. I'm a YouTuber. And yeah, I do this kind of street interview with the people from abroad. So I'm just wondering if you can do a few questions and the filming, just a few questions.
Yep.
Thanks, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. How long have you been in Japan?
I've been here since the 20th, so just a few days.
Just a few days, okay, quite new.
Yeah.
Okay, actually I came to Tokyo from Osaka just today, and I don't know much about Tokyo at all, so I want to ask you about the life in Tokyo. What kind of image did you have before coming to Tokyo?
Me and my younger sister watched a lot of dramas and stuff in Japanese and stuff. Looks very familiar, very like intellectual sense, but in a physical sense because I've never been here, and so it's very interesting being here physically, and it's sort of what I expected, but it's also, I know it's hard to explain. It's very
so let's say, so was there anything to change your image after coming to Tokyo?
One thing that I never really thought of was how quiet it is.
Especially in public transportation.
Yeah, like in trains and train stations, nobody's like yelling or talking loud. Like in the US, everybody's talking to everybody really loud.
That's one of the biggest culture shock for people from abroad, I think.
Yeah, it was funny because on my way here at the airport, they have the moving sidewalks, and you're supposed to walk on the left side and like stand on the right side and stuff, and everybody's like blocking it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I get here, and like on the escalators, it's like stand on the left side and walk on the right side, and everybody stands on the left side and other people walk up, and it's like, man, people just kind of cared about others as much as they do here.
That's true, pretty organized here in Japan, I think. Organized. What is the biggest culture shock you've ever encountered in Japan?
The biggest thing is navigating roads. Because there's not a whole lot of road names and addresses and stuff. Many of the roads really square. They're all kind of, because I'm staying up in Higashikurume, very easy to get lost on the roads. Everything's, like you said, so organized and stuff, and then you get kind of back into the country, and it's like, oh, like everything looks the same and winding roads.
Yeah. I have a poor sense of direction, so I can feel you.
Yeah, I also have a poor sense of direction.
This is my last question. Do you speak Japanese?
A little bit, not very much. Just a little bit of vocabulary and grammar, but
so let's imagine if you don't speak Japanese at all, do you think you can be able to live a life in Japan?
At least for what I've experienced, I think you would miss a lot if you didn't, but I think you could definitely get by, especially in Tokyo. They have a lot of English and Romaji and stuff, so it's very easy to. I feel like in a lot of situations you would really miss a lot of interaction with people and stuff.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Netherlands?
Yes.
Okay. Going to a country is definitely on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, you should. It's great. Yeah.
How long have you been in Japan?
Right now for only a couple of days, but I used to study here a couple of years ago.
That was how many years?
For 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. You speak Japanese?
A little bit, yeah.
A little
I had
bit.
some Japanese courses, yeah.
Okay.
It's still very basic.
Can you please introduce yourself in Japanese a little bit?
はい、問題ない。僕はイボです。オランダから来ました。趣味はハイキング、旅行するとか、それだけ。
もう十分。それだけで十分。Should be enough. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Before main the question, so how is your life in Tokyo so far?
It's good, yeah. It's very busy, but now
Uh-huh.
that Corona is over, we can finally travel around again
Oh,
and
yeah.
go to Japan. Yeah, I just enjoy it. There's so much to do here. It's the biggest city in the world, so it's great.
Yeah, Tokyo is the biggest city in the world with many places to discover, right?
Yes, it's very nice how you have all these different sort of centers. So right now
Right.
we're in Shibuya, but you can go to Tokyo Station, Ikebukuro, and everyone is different again.
Yeah.
So that keeps it interesting and fresh.
Oh, glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean the public transport system here is fantastic. I don't even look at the train times anymore. I just go to the station and there's always a train and where I need to go.
You can get on the train, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of image did you have about Tokyo before coming to Tokyo?
I thought it would be more foreign to me than it is. I mean, of course, I'm from Europe and I've never been to the US or anywhere else, only, well, Japan. And I thought I would feel really out of place here, but that's not really the case. You see that like everything here is not very different from where I come from.
Right.
It is very different, but it's easy to adapt. Let's say it like that. The only issue I'd say is that the level of English is not very good, even in the big city. I really felt that once I started to learn a little bit of Japanese, that I could do so much more.
Now, always the language barrier is one of the biggest problem.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Definitely. Okay, so this is my last question. I reckon people might, encounter that kind of culture shock in
Yeah.
other countries, right?
Yeah.
For you, what is the biggest culture shock you've ever encountered in Tokyo?
Oh, the biggest culture shock.
Yeah.
I think for me it's maybe the food in a way.
Food, okay.
Yeah, it's weird because, well, the food is very good and I enjoy it, but I come from a country that's mainly based in potatoes and here everything's
okay.
rice, but I never really experienced that much of a culture shock. That's also maybe because when I first came here, I came here and met other international students. They also didn't know anything about Japan or what was going on, so we could support each other and we could help each other through the tough times. So I think that's also something that really helped me through it.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, sorry to bother you guys. I'm a YouTuber and I do this kind of street interview with people from abroad. So I'm just wondering if you can have a few questions and if you me.
I live here, so.
Oh, it's okay, yeah. I'm trying to find people from abroad and who lives in Tokyo. So, what do you think? It takes 5 or 6 minutes.
We got a reservation.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I'm a YouTuber and I do this kind of street interview with the people from abroad. So I'm just wondering if you can do a few questions and filming.
Sorry, today we're really tight on time. We haven't.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry to bother you. Have a good one. 3連続か。3連続は結構答えるな。ちょっとさすがにここで3連敗してるんでちょっと場所チェンジしたいと思います。頼む。3連続はなかなかきついぞ。Oh, excuse me. Sorry to bother you guys. I'm a YouTuber and I do this kind of street interview with the people from abroad. So yeah, I'm just wondering if you can do a few questions and filming.
Are you making fun of us?
No. Just asking simple questions.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Can I try? Thank you. How long have you been in Japan?
2.5 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
We came in July.
10
Came in
weeks.
July, 10 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Japan?
I'm gonna be working here.
Okay, you gonna be.
I am already working
okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm going. Yeah, not yet.
Okay. So would you mind asking what kind of job you guys do?
Yeah, sure. I work for Amazon.
A
Yeah.
big company. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, so I'm studying a little bit of Japanese. Like,
Okay.
Start actual lessons next week.
Right.
It's a bit easier in Tokyo, I think, because a lot of people do speak English.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least enough to answer questions from us. Yeah.
Yeah. Today, actually, I came to Tokyo from Osaka just today.
Okay.
And I don't know much about Tokyo at all. So I want to ask you guys about Tokyo,
Okay.
the life in Tokyo in this video. You guys been in Japan for a couple of weeks, right? So what kind of image did you guys have before coming to Tokyo?
Busy. Yeah.
Very big, even bigger
Yeah.
than like London.
Oh yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people were going to be quite friendly as well. Yeah, not as busy as maybe it would have been, which is nice.
Was there anything to change your image that after coming to Tokyo? It's been about you guys might, have that kind of experience.
It's like quite easy to get around. Like I think that was one thing. It was like how easy is it going to be to get around? Buses are super easy, and the bikes, the city bikes are super easy. Yeah, and like cycling's really good here, so like I cycle around as well. So yeah, it's just quite easy to get around, and like Google makes it really easy. Hopefully.
But sometimes people get lost, right? Around here. So many buildings. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think it is as busy as I was expecting. It feels quite quiet sometimes in Tokyo.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's not what I expected.
No, I feel like it's much quieter compared to London. It doesn't feel as busy as London. Maybe this will change when everybody starts coming to visit again.
Yeah. So after the COVID is over, people might be experiencing the culture shock in other countries, right?
Yeah.
So what is the biggest culture shock you've ever encountered in Japan? In Tokyo?
I think it's the language. Yeah, the hard thing. Yeah, like I said, you can learn a couple of phrases, and then if anyone says anything else, and Japanese people talk very quickly, it's very hard to understand. So.
I think the other thing is I like to meet people on the street and talk to them like you just did, but not many people like to do that.
Oh yeah.
So I like to smile at people when I walk by, and it's not so common.
That's
here.
sweet. Okay, that's
Yeah.
lovely. Not happen like this, just asking by strangers
Yeah.
on the street. I look like kind of weird. But I've been doing this kind of stuff for nearly 8 months journey, so kind of getting used to it.
Maybe that's more of an Osaka thing than a Tokyo.
Yeah. Also culture shocks, supermarket. Find that really hard. We have 2 children, understanding what we can buy to cook and things, that's really different.
And also the name tag in Japanese,
Yes.
right?
A few funny things we bought that we shouldn't have, but
What did you guys
good
buy?
to try it, isn't it?
The bitter melon looks like a cucumber from on Okinawa maybe.